You know that feeling? You're dedicated. You're putting in the hours, 4 hours a day for 3 months, but you're stalled. You're hitting the 80% wall. You see other people just absorbing skills and you're stuck just trying to memorize the basics. This is what my life felt like. Maximum effort for minimum return. Then I realized the terrifying truth. I was doing it wrong. I wanted to learn code, video editing, and a new language all at once, and I felt paralyzed. I needed a cheat code and a hidden system. I asked myself the question that changed everything. What if the world's best learners aren't smarter? They just have a different operating manual. This wasn't about studying harder. It was a challenge to find the master key to learning itself. My guide wasn't a person, but an idea I stumbled upon. Primal interconnectivity, a bizarrely named concept that said you never learn anything new. You only link it to something old. This idea gave me a shot of adrenaline. It meant every skill I already had was a superpower for the next one. It was the opposite of starting from scratch. The old methods, the rote memorization, the flashcards, I had to leave them behind. They were comfortable, but they were a cage. This was a jump into the dark. I committed to a radical experiment. For the next 30 days, I would only study by connecting. No pure memorization. No more isolated islands of knowledge. It felt reckless, but I had to know if the guide was right. Week 1, a disaster. I tried to link coding syntax to guitar chords, and my brain just locked up. I doubted the method. I tried to connect video editing to cooking recipes. It was a mess. Every time I sat down, I was fighting the urge to fall back into the easy, familiar comfort of simply rereading. The struggle was less with the skill and more with my own resistance. I failed 3 mini projects in a row. Was the master key actually broken? I realized I was trying too hard to force connections. I needed to let the links emerge naturally. I stripped the entire concept down to one single principle. What is the deepest pattern? I wasn't studying the code, I was studying the logic of the code. I wasn't studying the language, I was studying the structure of communication. This one small shift felt like the final step before the final boss. But then, on day 21, I hit the real bottom. I spent an entire day on a single problem and solved nothing. I threw my hands up and thought, this is it. I'm the exception. The system works for everyone else, but I'm just not built for fast learning. It was the ultimate emotional low. Not a failure of effort, but a failure of identity. I was ready to quit everything. Then I sat down one last time, frustrated, and drew 2 mental models, one for the code, one for the language. And there it was, a perfect, undeniable structural overlap. The true treasure wasn't a technique, it was the realization that everything is a loop. The code's if-then logic was the same as the language's verb conjugation. The whole universe of skills collapsed into one map. I didn't just find a shortcut, I found the entire secret architecture of learning. The immediate impact was shocking. Within 48 hours, I solved the problem that took me an entire week. I was fluent enough in the new language to hold a 5-minute conversation without panicking. The 80% wall dissolved. I had shifted from a student to a synthesizer. I returned to my normal life, but I was fundamentally changed. The world looked different. Every new concept, every piece of information wasn't an obstacle. It was a resource. I was no longer afraid of big, complex topics. Now learning feels like downloading, not digging. My new life isn't about being busy. It's about being effective. I can pick up any skill, from philosophy to finance, and have a working model in a week. This isn't just about saving time. It's about having the freedom to pursue any curiosity. My superpower is connection. So here's your takeaway. You don't need more grit. You need a better map. Stop seeing yourself as a slow learner and start seeing yourself as a powerful connector. The potential is already inside you. Now go build your bridge.